Hey there, and thanks for joining. If you're watching this video, then that means you're working with me on becoming the best you that you can possibly be. This is the first of my instructional videos. I like to kind of consider it the foundational information. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. It gives us something to springboard off of as we continue our education in getting healthy and using essential oils. So let's first of all review what essential oils are. Essential oils are volatile compounds, which simply means that they are compounds that change their state very quickly. And in the case of essential oils, they can go from a liquid to a gas in a very quick state, and so they're called volatile. Now, for purposes of our discussion, essential oils really are just simply one part of a plant. Same as a leaf, a flower, the bark, the root, they're just simply one part of the plant. We don't usually see the essential oil because it's encapsulated inside the plant, but nonetheless, it is one part of the plant. And what essential oil companies do is they separate out that oil from the remainder of the plant. They put it in a bottle and they give it to us for use. And the reason they do that is because essential oils have amazing health benefits that we can take advantage of. Essential oils are super, super easy to use, but like anything, they require a little bit of instruction. When you first took a Tylenol, you were instructed on how to use it. You may not remember that because it's something that we've just grown up doing and you don't remember getting instructed, but any medication or thing that you do the first time requires some learning, and the same is true with essential oils. Now, essential oils can be utilized with a lot of different goals in mind. Some people like to begin using essential oils in order to address a particular concern or a symptom or an ailment that they're having, and that's perfectly fine. Essential oils can be used in a very specific modality, for example, to treat or to affect pain or inflammation or healing or whatever the ailment might be. Essential oils can also be used as a way of getting a stronger, healthier, more resilient body. And we can isolate that to particular systems, for example, the musculoskeletal system, the endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system. We can use them also from a building health perspective in terms of just doing things that are very good for our body overall, for example, and every system within it. For example, working hard to eliminate free radicals in our system, changing the pH of our system, things that we can do that affect every single body system in a positive way. Now, while we are all the same as humans, we all do have our own individualities, and therefore the reaction of essential oils in our bodies can be slightly different one person to the next. So an essential oil that I take might affect me differently than it affects you, than it affects your child. So all that means is that if an essential oil is not the perfect recipe for you the first time out, then we go back and we try a different essential oil with similar or different properties or combination of oils until we hit the specific recipe that you will benefit the best from. So essential oils are not unlike pharmaceuticals in that way. You know, sometimes there'll be a person who takes a Tylenol for a headache and another person who never touches Tylenol and instead wants to use Aleve. We're all just a little bit different on the inside. There are many, many different attributes to every single essential oil. So you may have an effect of one essential oil greater or lesser than the effect of another essential oil for the exact same complaint, and that's perfectly normal. So usually with essential oils, just like pharmaceuticals, we have a starting point. And if it's not the perfect recipe for you, we go back to the drawing board and we try something else or a combination of something else. Eventually, if you stick with it and have a little bit of patience, you'll find the specific recipe to treat your body. Now, I like to just make sure that people understand that using essential oils is not like taking a magic pill. We don't just pop an essential oil or apply an essential oil and that's the end of it. if we are all on the same page here, we're trying to build health in general. And essential oils are a way of feeling better and getting better and building health and being stronger without using synthetic chemical toxins. Instead, we can utilize these natural alternatives to get health delivered to our bodies. I oftentimes think of health as a multi-layered approach, or as I've heard some people describe it, as a four-legged stool, very solid and unwavering. And that simply means that there's lots of things that you can do to get healthy, and essential oils are one of them. Natural health care is one of them, but it's not the only thing. So you want to make sure that you're mindful of your nutrition and what you put into your body. You want to be mindful of the beverages that you drink. Most of us need to drink more water and less coffee and carbonated sugar sodas. You want to make sure that your body is moving. And I'm not talking about hardcore exercise here, but I'm just talking about the body being up and mobile throughout the day. And you want to make sure that you get very good sleep, and you want to reduce stress to the degree that you possibly can. And we're going to talk about that a lot in future instructional videos. Stress is a factor in disease, I would venture to say 100% of the time. So all of these things can be utilized to help us get stronger and healthier and be happier and feel better. Now, I do want you to know that not all oils are the same, and that's why you're with doTERRA. When it comes to using essential oils from a therapeutic perspective, that means medicinally, that means to get better health or to treat a concern, we need to use pure essential oils. That's of the most important characteristic that I can relay to you. doTERRA essential oils are 100% pure, and that's why you have chosen to work with me and going the path that you're going. I also want you to know that essential oils can be used very safely with pets. Again, purity is the number one concern when we talk about using essential oils with pets. And I also want you to know that you can't just take everything that you learn about essential oils with humans and apply them to your pets. It requires a little bit of a different education, not unlike traditional medicine. That's why we have people doctors and animal doctors. But we certainly can use essential oils with pets. We do frequently, and it's a wonderful, wonderful alternative for them just as well as it is for people. But you just have to learn the right way. So you can stay tuned for more information on that and future instructional videos as well. Now, before we continue, I want to quickly go through 3 very cool things that I want you to know about essential oils. Essential oils, first and foremost, are safe and effective. There's nothing added to the oils. There's nothing taken away from the oils. They are simply a part of the plant. They are safe. They are natural. They are very effective, and they can be utilized on our children, our adults, and our elderly, what we like to oftentimes refer to our more vulnerable populations. We might use them a little bit differently, and that's what the teaching is all about, but we can absolutely use them. Now, in addition to that, essential oils are oftentimes more effective than traditional approaches to healthcare. And let me explain a little bit to you about that. So, antibiotics treat bacterial infections. We all know that. What you may not know is that bacterial infections live on the outside of the cells of your body. They live in between the cells, and antibiotics can go in and attack those and get rid of that bacteria and rid you of the infection. However, unfortunately, that oftentimes comes with an untoward effect with it as well. Perhaps some sort of a side effect, perhaps some sort of stomach upset, something that you have to deal with as a result of dealing with your infection. Now, viruses, on the other hand, live inside the cells of our bodies. They don't live outside of the cells, and that's why antibiotics don't work on viruses, because antibiotics cannot cross the cellular membrane and get on the inside of the cell. Essential oils, on the other hand, absolutely can. There are many, many essential oils with both antibacterial and antiviral properties. And they have the ability to cross that oily membrane that covers the cells of our bodies, get right inside of it, and treat the virus on the inside of the cell. So whereas traditional medicine does not have anything to offer us in terms of viruses, they'll tell you to go home and rest and sleep it off and wait till it passes. We do have some help with viruses with our essential oil family. Now, in addition to that, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. So again, both plants, different parts of plants, but essential oils are very, very, very potent. In fact, about 1 drop of peppermint essential oils would be equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea in how much effect of peppermint you would get. So you can see that if you're using peppermint from a medicinal perspective, 1 drop of an essential oil would be much stronger, much more potent, much more effective than a dried peppermint herb any day. Now, in addition to that, essential oils are much more affordable than traditional healthcare. So sometimes people have kind of a preconceived notion that essential oils are expensive. And I get that. They come in small bottles, and sometimes the bottles themselves can be expensive. With doTERRA, I think our essential oils range in price from about $11 a bottle all the way up to about $135-ish. So that sounds like a lot of money. However, what we need to understand is that inside each 15 ml bottle, we have about 300 drops of essential oil. Anytime you use an essential oil, use anywhere from about 1 to 4 drops, depending on what you're using and what application you're doing. So let's just say, even being generous, that you use 3 drops every single time you use an essential oil, and you have 300 drops in your bottle. You get 100 applications out of every single bottle. So with some bottles where you use just 1 or 2 drops, it's going to be even more than that. So even if you were to spend $100 on a bottle of essential oils, which is extremely unusual, you would be getting 100 applications out of that, which would be about $1 per application. Most bottles of essential oils, again, there's a wide range, but I would say the average price is about $30 to $34 or so, depends. But in any case, they really are quite affordable because there's many, many applications in there. Now, when we compare and contrast that to traditional healthcare, we have the cost of going to the doctor's office, driving there, wear and tear on our car, time taken away from going from our jobs or our life in general, the inconvenience of going, as well as the cost of co-pays at the doctor's office, the urgent care, the emergency department. Those can range anywhere from $0 to several $100s. And then, of course, you have the cost of your copay for whatever medication, which again can range from $0 to several $100s. And then you have any issues you need to deal with as a result of taking the medication that you were prescribed. So if you add up all of those costs, that certainly in every single scenario, in every single case in point, is much, much more expensive than what you're going to pay for to buy a bottle of oils. So just as a quick recap, the 3 very cool things that I want you to know about essential oils are that they're safe and effective, they are natural, and they are more affordable than many other forms of healthcare. So I wanted to just briefly go through some of these basic points for you. I want you to understand what you're getting into. I want you to walk into this with your eyes open. This is not about taking a capsule or taking a drop of essential oil and having overnight success. Now, some people do get immediate, exciting, overnight results from using essential oils. But in terms of developing health, we use essential oils as part of a natural, holistic lifestyle. We incorporate them into the way that we take care of ourselves. And it's not a matter of 1 drop here and a 1 drop there. It's a matter of taking away some of the toxins that we put into our bodies and replacing them with natural, safe, chemical-free, toxic-free alternatives that do not have side effects, are not risky for addictions, and can get us better in many cases where we couldn't have before. It's part of a lifestyle. So I invite you to walk this journey with me. I absolutely love it. I am here to help you and to be a resource to you. And I also want to just give you a little surprise here at the end of this video. So as a reward for starting your essential oil journey and working and learning and listening with me, so thank you very much for joining me today. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know what I can do to assist you further, and welcome, welcome, welcome on this really incredible journey.